Now we will start with historians and their sources. How do we get to know more about medieval time? There were various sources through which we get to know about medieval period. Some of the major sources includes coins, inscriptions that were used during that time, the architecture, the textual record. Now the textual records are something which is inscribed during the medieval period. With the changing generation, paper has become cheaper. However, mainly it was inscriptions. Then come to manuscripts. It was the handwritten records given by the ruler or the court majors, people of the ruler during that time. But there was an important thing which is to be understood here is scribes. Now scribes is a person who is a copyist. That means he copies that what is written in original manuscripts. Now if I am reading something and unable to understand certain words, then I might assume the word in between based on my knowledge and my information. So what would happen was the original text which they were slowly and gradually getting deformed. So when they were scribes, they were writing down the manuscripts, they were copying down the manuscripts. But what had happened during that period was there was drastic change in the original manuscripts. So one of such famous manuscripts was by Ziauddin Barli. His famous manuscripts was written around 1356. However, they were found in library only in 1971 as these copies were lost somewhere in the library. So this was something very important. Again, during that time there were no printing press, so all the informations were mainly handwritten. However, there were some archives. Archives were the place where they used to store the big manuscripts that they had written. Now the writings were in different fashions. The two types of writing that developed during that time was Nastakil. First one is Nastakil, which means cursive writing, and it was quite easy to understand. The other type of writing was Sikaste. Sikaste was very much dense and quite difficult to understand. Now come to new social and political group. As the time passed on, there were some changes that took place during that time. As forest lifestyle changed to agriculture lifestyle, many new things came up and people started witnessing sudden changes in the social and economical life. So those were in the form of Persian wheel, which were now used for irrigation, spinning wheel, which were used for weaving. Then there were firearms used for combat method, and new crops were seen, mainly potato, corn, chili, tea and coffee. These were the new crops that were discovered. Now if we talk about social groups, many new social groups were formed like Rajputs, Marathas, Sikhs, Jats, Ahoms, Kayats. So these was the small groups that gained importance during that period.